Hey guys, item charges, item charges, item charges. Gotta keep going with it. There is one scenario which we didn't really cover in the first 3 videos, which is probably the most brilliant scenario of the item charges. So I'm gonna do that right now. So we have a purchase order for, let's say, 100 pounds at, let's say, $8 a pound for 800 total, right? So this is coffee beans again. And then we immediately turn around and sell it. So we have a sales order and we sell half of it, 50 pounds at, let's say, $12. And so that's total 1,200. I'm sorry, that's total 600. So this happens maybe in sequence. This is 1, 3, and this is 1, 4. And so we know that the cost of goods sold for the sale, the COGS, is going to be half of the 800, so it's going to be 400, right? So we know that our profit is 200 of this sale. So now what happens is that the vendor gives us a credit. So it's a vendor credit for one reason or another. Could have been a rebate. It could be the product was not great, whatever. We're a great customer of this vendor, so they want to give us credit. So they give us a credit of, let's say, $100 flat for this purchase. So what we want to do now is do an item charge. So we do an item charge for $100, and we apply that item charge to here, to this purchase, to this receipt. So what happens is that this becomes 700. And that means that this here is now, let me see, this is 800. The cost of goods sold here, this 400 becomes 350 because half of 700 is 350. And so our profit on this now is 250. And this happens in the item ledger entries. So now when you report out of the item ledger entries, your profit is higher because you got this credit. That's really neat. It's hard to do in system. And Business Central has you covered when it comes to this. So hopefully now we're done with item charges and get into something else. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time. Okay, let's keep going on item charges. So I have here Jamaican coffee beans. I'm going to go ahead and create a purchase order for those. So I'll just go into purchase orders, create new. We're going to get it from the Fabricam. I'll pick the Jamaican coffee beans into the East location. It's going to be 100 pounds. And we're buying it at $8. I put in the vendor invoice number. And we go ahead and post this. So let's see, like that. Okay, so we now received 100 pounds at $8 each. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn around and sell this immediately. So I go on a sales order, create a new sales order, and that's going to be to the Datum Corporation for the same item, Jamaican coffee beans, out of the East location. We're going to sell 50, half of what we have, for $15. So, and now I just go ahead and post this. Just say, actually, I can go here and hit post. All right, ship an invoice. Nope, we don't want to check the sales posted. Okay, so now we want to go into the items and just take a look at this particular item. So if I go into the Jamaican coffee beans, click on the item itself, go into, where was this? Navigate, history, entries, ledger entries. So I can see here that I bought 100 for $800. We sold 50 for $750, and the cost is 400 because 100 were 800, so 50 would be 400. Now the vendor gives us a credit for some of the product. And what we want to do is lower the cost of goods sold for this sale. So how do we do that? We use the magic item charge. So we'll go in and create a purchase credit memo. So let's go ahead and get into that. And we just hit new. And it's to the same vendor. And I pick an item charge. And this is going to be purchase allowance. And I'm going to just say here vendor credit. We don't have to put in the location, just put in quantity 1. And it's going to be for $100. So we get $100 credit. I put in the vendor credit memo, like so. And what I want to do is apply the item charge to the receipt. So just go in here, get receipt lines. Let's go ahead and all the way at the bottom where the receipt is, right here. Just hit OK. And then we want to suggest the item charge, 100. So we have now assigned the item charge to the receipt. And we go ahead and post this. And so the brilliant thing here is that the item charge is applied to the item ledger entry, which means that now we've lowered the cost of goods sold, or lowered the cost, and it should update the cost of goods sold. Let's take a look at that. So if we go into Kronos again, into items, I can take a look at my Jamaican coffee beans and go into navigate, history, entries, ledger entries. So now I can see that the cost is 700. And if I click on that, I can see it was lowered by 100. And then if I go out of here, I can see the cost for this transaction here is 350. So that has been lowered by 50. So it has updated the sales shipment, and which is actually the cost of goods sold. So that's absolutely brilliant use of item charge.